We're finally here. The final game of the original timeline. Just before we get to this, I want to say to whoever has been watching this up until this point, thank you for watching these original timeline review videos. Let's jump a year later in the year 2036, in the events of the finale of the original Castlevania timeline, in the events of Castlevania Dawn of Sorrow for the Nintendo DS. Castlevania Dawn of Sorrow is an action-adventure RPG game released in Japan on August 25th, 2005, in Europe on September 30th, and finally here in America on October 4th, for not only the Nintendo DS but also mobile phones. Mobile phones? What in the world? This game basically serves as a sequel to Aria of Sorrow and incorporates the same elements from that game as well to here, though there are some new elements like the magic seal system. I'll talk about that later. In the meantime, let's just get this plot out of the way. Taking place 1 year later after Arya, Soma is living and enjoying life and believes that his powers have been lost. A woman who identifies herself as Celia Fortner appears along with several monsters. Arikado arrives to help Soma defeat the monsters, which Soma absorbs their souls, much like the beginning of Arya. Celia retreats, proclaiming that she will destroy Soma. Our white-haired hero then expresses disbelief at the return of his powers, but Arikado reveals that they were only dormant. Celia is also the head of a cult that also seeks to resurrect Dracula, as Arikado tells Soma not to pursue Celia. But knowing teenagers, trust me, Soma proceeds to pursue Celia anyway. Along the way, we meet the returning Yoko, Hammer, and Julius. Nice, I bet they will help us beat Celia, so this could be like a Metroidvania Castlevania 3. Never mind. Soma is on his own for this adventure. Why can't I have good faith in these games? Anyway, in the castle we meet Celia's lackeys, Dimitri Blinin, however the hell you pronounce Dimitri's last name in Dawn of Sorrow, and Dario Bossi, who are the Dark Lord candidates, who can become Dracula by killing Soma, pretty much. So after killing Dimitri, Soma then meets Arikado again, who is initially angered by Soma's presence but accepts the situation at hand. He then gives Soma a letter and a talisman from Mina. This will be very, very, very important later on, trust me. So Soma then locates Dario in the castle's throne room and kills Agni. I think that's how you pronounce that flame demon's name. Agni. Yeah, Agni. Like agony, agony. It's not really that funny. Leaving Dario powerless. Celia then arrives and instructs Soma to come to the castle's center. Upon arriving, Soma is forced to watch Celia kill Mina. Now this is where the talisman I was talking about becomes important. You see, if you have the talisman equipped, you get the good ending of the game pretty much. If you don't, well, you have to play as Julius, Yoko, and Alucard and kill Soma. But I'm talking about the main plot, so let's say Soma has the talisman equipped. So the talisman Mina gives Soma is able to slow down his transformation into the Dark Lord, thus giving Arikado time to tell Soma that the Mina Celia killed is a fake. But a soul emerges from Soma and uses the fake Mina as a vessel, which then takes the form of Dimitri. As Soma and Arikado chase the pair and finds them in the castle's basement. Wait, Castlevania had a basement? I thought it always had like a dungeon, not a basement. Never mind. Dimitri uses Celia as a sacrifice, steals Arikado's powers, and engages Soma in battle. But Dimitri is unable to control the many souls and becomes a gargantuan kaiju-looking creature, ironically called Menace. Soma and Arikado escape the castle upon killing Menace, and Soma and Mina share a tender moment, much to the amusement of Arikado, Julius, Yoko, and Hammer. Wow, this is actually gotta be one of the greatest sequel plots in the game that was ever made. But I say we move on from the plot and move on to the gameplay, please. So, gameplay of Dawn of Sorrow is very similar to the previous game. We got our standard action RPG elements, platforming, and of course, the adventure as well as the tactical souls. But Dawn of Sorrow introduces the magic seal system, which you have to use the DS stylus once the boss reaches 0 HP. A circle will appear and draw the pattern for you to use. If you fail, the boss regains some health and the battle will resume. If successful, the boss will be defeated pretty much. Now, much like Aria, we have Julius Mode. You get this if you get either the best ending or the bad ending with the whole talisman thing. In terms of story, Julius Mode follows the assumption that Soma succumbed to his dark powers and becomes the new Dark Lord. A new game can be started from the main menu in Julius Mode. The playable characters are, of course, Julius Belmont, Yoko Belnades, and Alucard. I got so used to calling him Marikado that I basically just call him Marikado now. Now each of them have their own weapons and different uses. Julius, of course, uses the Vampire Killer. Yoko uses the Belnade staff, while Alucard uses, I think it was either the Crusagram or the Alucard sword from Soten. Anyway, final boss is really classic Castlevania-like with a fight against Soma, almost reminiscing on how Julius... Now, this is actually really fun, and Julius Mode is a great callback to Aria of Sorrow, since Julius did tell Soma that if Soma were to ever succumb to the darkness, Julius will have to kill him. Nice attention to detail right there, Konami. Nice job. So, does Dawn of Sorrow still hold up today? I give it a wholehearted yes. Castlevania Dawn of Sorrow is definitely what I say is a great way to end the Castlevania timeline, the classic version. Oh wait, I'm forgetting something. I feel like I am. Alright, the 2008 Japanese exclusive novel Demon Castle Dracula Reminiscence of the Divine Abyss, published by Dengeki Boku no Bunko, taking place after Dawn of Sorrow in the year 2037. I never read it myself since there are no official English copies that I could possibly find, whether it's physical or on the internet. But it is said to be the true conclusion to the original timeline. Anyway, back to my final verdict. I say Dawn of Sorrow is a great way to conclude the original timeline. The gameplay, while the magical seals can be a bit of a pain in the rear end, is unique in its own way. The story is a blast to witness and is overall great. I'm giving Castlevania Dawn of Sorrow another perfect score, a 10 out of 10. Now I want to hear from you all. Did you beat and play Dawn of Sorrow, and could you recommend it to a friend? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Subscribe to the channel. Turn on that notification bell for be notified when new uploads appear. Like the video. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Links are down below as always. Click here to watch my Aria of Sorrow review. And click here to binge watch my entire original Castlevania review. I'll see you all in the Lords of Shadow timeline, starting with Castlevania Lords of Shadow 1. Look, it's a GameStop case. I have the disc here. But like I said, I'll see you all in the Lords of Shadow timeline, starting with Castlevania Lords of Shadow 1. Until then, take care, everyone.